keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? You said you care for me,
Louisiana, murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know.
Dude, I can do a backflip.
Everybody get your roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year life.
Welcome back, Turf Talks episode number 9, and we're back in our own houses. Thank God. I was sick and tired of that shit. Welcome back. Just got done with the week 9 NFL season. Gentlemen, how we doing today? We got the boys back in the crib, the house, rolling as always. Trey's got the George Foreman jerseys on.
Big boxing guy.
What's that?
Big boxing guy.
Big boxing channel. Big boxing show in general.
Real.
Pretty good. Thank you guys all for watching as always. I'm Zach. We got Wyatt, Spence, and Trey here. Gentlemen, how was the weekend? Tell us about it. Anybody do anything crazy?
What?
Other than you two? No.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Not really.
Spence, should we talk about it or what?
I mean, you can talk. There ain't much for me to talk about. You can go for it.
What do you mean? Ain't much for you to talk?
My highlight of the football trip was Raising Cane's. That's about it.
You were pretty excited for Raising Cane's. I've had it before.
Hey, who wouldn't be excited for Raising Cane's?
Never had it.
Really? You haven't had it either, Trey?
Nope.
Oh shit. We have to get you to a game here soon to get some Raising Cane's.
What?
Spence and I went down, over to Minneapolis to go to the Vikings and Saints games, which we'll talk about here soon. But it was a good time. It was my first Vikings game in like 11 years, I think was the math that I did. So it's been a while. The old one was like the old Metrodome. So like definitely a different experience. Really cool. That's a really cool stadium. I think it's in like everything that they do there is pretty well done. And I say that from like the perspective of even like not as a Vikings fan, me hating the Vikings is pretty cool. They have some pretty cool things that they do there. So
I walked into the Delta Club. Dude, it's insane. It really is.
Delta Club over here, man. No, we were just like on the
What a flex.
little flex. I see it.
Like,
Don't worry
I'm
about
just
it.
letting you guys
Don't worry
know
about
how
it.
sick it is. Like you basically walk out and you like touch the turf. It's insane.
Damn. So
It
like
was definitely a flex then.
Spence, when we were sitting there talking about the game and stuff, and like imagine being down there, and that's where Wyatt was. He was down there in the game.
I actually was.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, we got through that last.
Patrick Pearson was warming up in front of me. It was sick.
Why? Because I could take him.
Oh no,
now you
dude's actually dude's Jack low key.
Yeah. Well, it was a good day. It was a really long Sunday, to say the least. We left Sunday morning like at 5 a.m. Then we got back at 10 p.m. That was a long one. Spence and I were jamming out in the car. I'm not gonna lie, Spence. I legit started like hallucinating at one point because I was so tired, and because I didn't have an energy drink or anything. I legit was like,
Are you driving?
Spence is driving.
No, I was.
Okay. Thank goodness.
No.
Don't worry.
I was not driving and hallucinating at the same time. Spence was driving, but like I legit was like, oh my God. I looked at the road. I was looking for deer as much as I can. There's times I was like, dude, and like I swear I saw something go across the road.
That was the LSD.
Like, it was maybe.
I'm like telling Zach.
Maybe.
Zach goes, "Hold on, dude." And I go, "What are you looking at?" I go, "Dude, that's a fucking mailbox."
Dude, there's a fucking cat on the street.
It was rough, dude.
And we didn't see a deer the whole time we went through from the cities to Aberdeen or to Webster. We didn't see a deer. We're in Webster, right? And
fucking 4-point buck comes running across the road.
so my girlfriend's in the back. She's sleeping, and she's laying like this. And Zach's kind of like not fully engaged in the road, just kind of like,
I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best.
And I step on the brakes. We were going like 45 coming out. It's a 45 there. and we stopped. We went to like 25. Like I hit that thing. I go, holy smoke! Or no, I go, oh, and Zach goes, Jesus!
Right by the golf course or what?
Yeah. And
It was
my girlfriend
kind
in
of
the
on
back-
the edge of town, but it definitely was still in the town of Webster where this buck ran across the road. And it was just funny. Of all things, we go this entire like a good 100 plus, obviously a couple 100 miles at this point driving, and not a single deer that we've seen. And then the first deer that we've seen and like got close to obviously was in the middle of fucking Webster,
Yeah.
South Dakota. Like what the fuck?
my girlfriend in the back goes from like laying like this, just sitting straight up, like right in between. And I just hear Zach scream, Jesus!
Brock
You
Lesnar
were-
must have been chasing him.
We were close, Zach. It was probably like 10, 15 feet. It was close. You could see everything on the deer. Like,
Somebody kill that turkey.
For real.
other than that, like it was a fun trip. I mean, I'm built for the 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. drives and stuff. Like I'm built for that. Zach really wasn't. Zach was kind of he was kind of crabby in the morning,
Oh, I'm sure he was.
and
Zach
then
was?
Yeah,
yeah, and
Zach
then
was
later
probably
on,
crabby.
I was just jamming out, just screaming some
We were-
80s and
We were jamming out to 80s by the time we got towards the Webster. We were on a Morgan Wallen kick though for a minute. Dude, we were having a good time with that
so
shit.
I started playing rap songs for Zach. Zach doesn't listen to rap. I started playing rap songs,
No.
and then I'm like, you know what? Shuffle gods are just gonna take it. So we skip a song,
Smart
and it would go
man.
from like
After fucking.
it'd be like Joyner
Morgan
Lucas, switch it, and it's just like
Oh,
last night. And then we switch it, and we have like 15 songs of Morgan Wallen. Skip it, and it goes to like more rap songs or whatever. Skip it again, it says goes to like
Lil Wayne.
stand by me. Start singing that. Then we start switching
There
over
was
to
some
like
wild jumps that the Shuffle Gods did.
this
Like-
all over my
It went
playlist
from,
was
like-
going shuffle crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. We got to like Michael Jackson when we got closer to Groton and shit. Dude, we were having a good time. But yeah, that was kind of our weekend, man. We got to do that. It was fun. Like I said, first football game in a minute. You went to one last year though at the new stadium, so probably not nearly as new and in your face as it was for me.
It still gives you chills when you hear the skull chant.
Oh yeah, and if you
Even when you're
haven't
not a
checked-
fan, it's still one of the coolest things.
It's a cult.
even if you
It is a cult, but it's probably
Wait.
it's a cult to
Skull
better
like this, or is it
be-
like this?
look at the cult from the outside
Come
than
on,
be
Jack.
inside the
Oh
cult. and be
yeah,
it's this.
brainwashed.
This
it's
is the
definitely
Chiefs.
it's definitely
That's
a
Chiefs
different
and
deal.
also like Florida
Oh.
State. That's Chiefs and Florida State you're thinking of. But yeah, no, it was really cool. And like I said, if you haven't checked out the TikTok, check out the TikTok. I posted a little day in the life where we got to experience trying my hand in the vlog life. Not for me, man.
It was
It's a
good though.
lot.
I like it.
Zach's got a little crush on Kirk Cousins, I think.
Kirky Cousins is my guy. What can I say? He's pretty good.
The only guy that you like on the team.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean,
Jay
like,
Jettas? You don't like Jay Jettas?
What about Mr. Alopecia?
Oh,
dude, I am starting to, and we can let's not waste it because we can talk about all this when we get to the actual games. But that's our daily lives again, also revolving around football. So maybe we need to get a life. You tell me. But our first game of the week for our weekend recap was Steelers versus Packers. Trey, I want to have you talk about it, obviously, because you're our Steelers professional here,
Expert.
Steelers expert, Steelers insider. That is Trey. So Trey, go for it, man. What did you guys see from the Steelers and Packers game?
You know, Mr. Najee Harris and Mr. Jalen Warren, they're some dogs. Let me tell you. If we can keep running the ball, bro, like that we have the last 2 weeks, that's gonna help us win games because that's the only fucking time we can score a touchdown. Only 2 touchdowns that we scored were from running the ball. Kenny Pickett was shit again. So he was kind of like here for me, and I was like, oh, he might be good. He's trending down. All right.
No,
But-
not Kenny.
Yes, Kenny Pickett, the man. And the Packers, you know, I don't know. They just ain't got nothing on offense, I feel like, dude. Jordan Love doesn't have much help. Christian Watson is a fucking bust. Their best fucking receiver may be some dude named Dontavian Wicks. I don't even know.
Nah,
Romeo Dobbs.
Probably Romeo.
Yeah, they need to get some help from Mr. J Love, because otherwise we probably would have lost that game.
They need help.
The way our fucking defense, started the year. Oh, Steelers defense is so good. We're so good. What the fuck? It's been this last 2 weeks. It's been terrible, dude.
What is it? What's happening?
I think
Frauds.
I want to say it's just we've lost Minka. All right, he was our like play caller, setting up our defense on defense. Right, he's out. Then we lose Cole Holcomb, who was our next in line, and then we lose Quan Alexander this week, who was third in line. So we had literally all three of our like play callers on our defense, supposed to line up our defense, all get injured, right? And I don't know, dude. I just think our secondary is just so thin. Without Minka, we're shit back there. And now we have zero coverage linebackers, so we might be even fucked even more. Because Holcomb and Quan Alexander are done for the year.
No, just give them a couple of weeks, though. Like, let them get used to the system. You're bringing in some new guys.
We picked up someone, like Walker or something from the fucking Falcons. Played on the Falcons a couple of games last year. I don't know.
Good time.
But Minka is supposed to be back. Freiermuth is supposed to be back this coming week. We got the fucking Browns. But yeah.
Man, and they just came off of a big win, obviously, this weekend, too. But, yeah.
Also,
not looking great for the Steelers right now, man.
I'm not saying that.
Offense kind of gets
our offense is trending up, right? Our defense is kind of sputtering right now. We're not.
Yeah.
We do lead the league in turnovers, though. We have 18 plus turnovers as a defense.
Damn, that's actually pretty good, man. Well, that's the reason why you guys have a really good record right now. So currently, though, is because of your turnovers. Because your offense has not been able to perform in most of your games this year so far, but your defense has been able to. And so now the fact that your defense is now trending down and your offense is getting a little bit better, but still obviously not incredible because your quarterback sucks, I think is what we're finally coming to the solution of.
Not suck. I don't want to say suck yet.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you holding out faith for Kenny Pickett. But I don't think it's necessarily out of the picture to say, yeah, this guy stinks, to say the least.
But I mean, when we have two running backs rush for both almost 100 yards in a single game, I mean, Jalen Warren ran for over 100 yards. Najee had 90 yards rushing himself. I mean,
yeah. Well, and we've talked about this before in the show. We've talked about it, I think, even last week directly. The run game and being able to run the ball is by far one of the most important things when it comes to having a successful offense. You need to be able to run the ball because that sets everything else up. The pass doesn't necessarily set up the run. The run sets up the run, and it also sets up the pass. Like, the run is one of the most important pieces of a good offense. And if the Steelers can establish that, because I agree with you, Trey, you have two really good running backs in Warren and what's that again? What's his name again?
Najee,
yes. And Najee, like those two, like you said, both of them could have almost had, like Najee had a really good game. Both of them almost had 100 yards rushing. Like, if you have two guys that can do that, perfect tag team duo of like your third down guy in Warren, and then your heavy bruiser running back.
They actually split snaps straight down the middle this week.
That's really good. And I think if anything, it proves to Matt Canada and all the Steelers out there, that's how you win fucking games on offense. Run the damn ball.
I also think, yes, we're running the ball, and it should be setting up the pass. I think Kenny's scared to make a mistake and fuck the offensive mojo that we have going. Because there was times when he'd be in the pocket for a solid 3-4 seconds. Like, you can't tell me that nobody's open.
Yeah,
there's no way, right?
The
longer you wait,
that's all you would do. You just check it down. And it's like, come on, we gotta get George Pickens. Probably could be one of the better receivers in the league if he actually got targeted.
Yeah,
Deontay,
from a skills perspective,
receiver.
He probably is one of the better. Like, at just being like what he can offer. He is.
I think George Pickens is better. I think George Pickens is better than Deontay, but we don't give him the
I think so,
opportunity to be
too.
better.
Yeah.
He's just so gifted athletically. That just makes him so
He's-
special.
The fact he can catch anything. He can catch anything.
Dude's got hands.
I do want to talk about the Packers guys just because they're kind of one of those interesting ones right now. Obviously, they played you guys tough. It was a close game, kind of down to the wire there. Was it in Pittsburgh or was it in Green Bay?
In Pittsburgh.
It was in Pittsburgh.
Joey Porter.
Regardless, what is it with the Packers guys? Is it Jordan Love? Is it not Jordan Love's fault? I don't know what to think. Well, and like also, are they in the quarterback hunt, or do you still need to give them an option? Like, what's your opinion on it, guys? Because I honestly
the O-line.
I just genuinely think
The O-line.
no, the O-line has been playing actually really good. They didn't give up many.
Bakhtiari, missing Bakhtiari.
Yeah, I know that, and that's the thing. They're hurt, but the line's playing good.
You mean they
gave up
played
only
good against you guys?
Jax, come here.
Okay, but you can't say that against us. We have one of the best D lines in the whole NFL.
I understand that. So they played good against
Jax,
you, though,
come here.
right?
Yeah, so
Okay, so that's what we're getting
just
at.
saying.
Just this game, they looked all right. So they've gotten
they
better.
looked real good this game, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I just don't think Jordan Love has any like weapons
well, that's
other than Aaron Jones.
If somebody wants to argue, he has the same weapons that Aaron Rodgers had last year, and they were able to almost make the playoffs. Shut up. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest of all time. You can't be comparing. You can't be comparing Jordan Love to Aaron Rodgers. That's not fair to Jordan Love.
No.
If Jordan Love is a decent, good quarterback in the NFL, that's good for him. You can't compare somebody to Tom Brady practically. Like, that's not fair to any quarterback.
You got to also think that the Packers are delusional because they've had Brett Favre and then go on right to Aaron Rodgers. Just like, well, we got to think that if Brett Favre was this good, Aaron Rodgers is better. That means Jordan Love has to be the greatest player to ever come out.
Yeah, I don't think it's not necessarily
that's Green Bay
delusion.
math.
It's not delusion. It's just they've been very lucky to have that. Most situations, like look at the Browns, look at the Colts, look at the Commanders. There's been teams that have not had a consistent quarterback for the last 10 years. 10 years of the NFL.
The Browns still don't have one.
No.
You see that?
so we
Washington's out
still
for the
make
year.
the playoffs.
He's out for the year.
There's a different quarterback
He'll
every
win
single
games.
year for some of these teams. Yeah, even every week by week there could be a different starting quarterback. Like the Brown situation, obviously Deshaun's out now, but like, is it PJ Walker? Is it DTR? Like it's somebody or whatever his name is.
Well, it's
DTR.
definitely PJ.
It's actually DTR. I think as I was looking at today, they're trending towards starting DTR this week.
Just let them run it. All right.
I think
smart. No, it's smart.
Partly because
I like
they want
DTR.
they have
I
an
don't wanna
entire
fuck on him, but I'm gonna
they
have
have an entire.
I mean, I like PJ though.
The reason why they have not PJ this week and they've had him previously was because previously they didn't know that like Deshaun wasn't going to be able to go, and so on a quick short notice they would rather have Walker, but with a full week of preparation they want to have DTR in there, give him prep to get him ready to go because they think his ceiling is higher than Walker, which I agree. I mean, there's no way it's not. PJ Walker's
Well,
been
just PJ's old, so that's why.
No, I know. And so like that's why they did last time. So I think they're trending towards him. But regardless, the point is Packers fans, I think you need to give Jordan Love more time. One season under it, because I don't care if this is his fourth actual NFL season, whatever it is now. That doesn't matter. He didn't play at all in the previous three.
starting.
This is his first NFL season as a quarterback, and you got to give him time. And I think there definitely is hope and promise. But when Aaron Rodgers is telling you, I need somebody, and he can barely get the team to the playoffs, how are you expecting Jordan Love to be able to be successful? You're not helping him out anyways. And like the whole Bakhtiari thing, in my opinion, like the guy is washed and the guy's a diva. Just move on with him, man. He is not where he used to be. And I think, he's not at all where he used to be. He hasn't even played like in any games recently. Like I don't even know where he's at. He's like almost refusing to play games, I thought, or some shit like that.
Tucker Kraft, do not tell him this, please, if you're watching.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft, shout out. Fellow South Dakotan.
He plays a lot. He just doesn't get targeted. He's in there for blocking
He's
plays.
just conditioning.
It's because the line's so bad, you can't get the ball to him.
I saw him one-on-one with TJ Watt a couple plays.
That'd be terrifying.
Didn't end well.
That'd be terrifying to think
For
about.
real, dude. Imagine you line up and you're fucking staring at TJ Watt or like
That'd be
Aaron
horrible.
Donald or like Aaron Donald, Miles
At no
Garrett, one of
point
those
would that
fuckers.
sound fun. Like, oh, I made it to the NFL. I get to block TJ Watt now. Like, that's exciting. Oh man. Well, overall, good win by the Steelers, though, guys. Moving on to the next one, which is the game that we went to, Spence, Vikings versus Saints. Talk to us, man. What'd you think? What'd you see? I also saw the game from the same point of view that you did, so I can maybe talk about this more as well.
I want you to tell me what you thought of the game.
What I thought of the game.
And don't leave out any details.
Okay, first and foremost, the one thing that I saw from the Steelers from the Saints side and also the Viking side. First, the Saints. I think overall they need to find a way to get Alvin Kamara involved more because he had a decent game. I didn't think he had a ton of touches. They were playing Jamal Williams. They had the other guy in there too, 28 or whoever that is.
Jones.
Jones. They didn't. Alvin's got to play more, in my opinion. And to be honest with you, with the way that now Carr's out, who knows how long that is? I don't know. Has that come out yet of how long he's been injured or how long he's gonna be injured? Or
No, they didn't really say too much about it.
Nothing yet. Well, Derek Carr going down is a massive loss to them because famous Jameis is going to hurt you as much as he's going to help you. He's going to give you 2 touchdowns and he's going to throw 2 picks to end the game. So, and that's literally what we witnessed in person was Jameis Winston just being Jameis Winston. Honestly, both of his touchdowns were bogus and really good plays by the receivers. So it probably wasn't even on his part to get them. I think the Saints are really going to struggle if they can't rely, and I think they can rely on Alvin Kamara. They just got to feed him. It's got to be kind of like a Giant situation of give him the ball because I don't know if famous Jameis can get it done from the throwing because he can make throws, he can get touchdowns, but he's going to throw just as many picks. So he's going to essentially equal himself out of the game. The defense really struggled against a mobile quarterback like Joshua Dobbs is. He ran all over the field with them. There's a point in the game too where he was only targeting Hawkinson, and the Saints just didn't guard him for an entire drive. And Hawkinson finished with probably 45 fantasy points in one drive alone because he had like 6 catches and a touchdown in one drive. It's like you can't target a guy and get 6 catches in one drive of offense and a touchdown. That's unacceptable. You have to make some adjustments in the course of 75 yards that they drove down. Like, insane to me. So, just a couple of bullet points again for it. They need to rely on Alvin Kamara more, especially now that Derek Carr's out. They have receivers to make plays, but they just don't have a quarterback to make them. Taysom Hill's obviously Taysom Hill. He's going to do whatever you need him to do, honestly. But their defense has got to be better when it comes to either locking up just one single guy or they really need to figure out their mobile quarterback situation because there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL now that can be dangerous on their feet. And they made Joshua Dobbs look like a 2015, 2016 Cam Newton from the Carolina Panthers. Just straight up.
Fun fact, Joshua Dobbs against the Saints has the 3rd fastest speed recorded by a quarterback this year running against the Saints.
Damn.
20.3 miles per hour. 20.13. 20.13 miles per hour.
Damn. He didn't even look that fast, but he just he looked good. I mean, straight up. The Viking side, I think they played a pretty complete game offensively and defensively. They fell apart towards the end, but I think I saw some things about it too. Their play calling and Kevin McConnell or whatever his name is.
O'Connell,
thank you. He's good, but he gets really timid towards the end of the games. Like he wants just to put the game away and be like, let's just run out the clock. It's like they definitely let up on the gas pedal, and that's what allowed the Saints to get back into the game. They were up 27-3, and they only lost by a touchdown or 2-point conversion. Like they got back into that game pretty quick. So I don't know. That's kind of my take, Spence. What were your thoughts from him, man?
So what I got from our game, obviously it was like Zach said, 3-27 at one point, and I was demoralized. I was feeling bad. I was sitting there and I was just not happy, Just go to the game, you want to see your team compete, and they just fucking roll over. And then it takes a backup quarterback to come in and actually fuel some fire. And then just the fucking penalties. We only had I think it was 65 yards in penalties, but every fucking big play we had was a penalty. And then there was one at the end of the game there that gave the Vikings a first down when I think it was a sack, whatever, but it was illegal hands to the face. And it was so frustrating Just we have like a big play. We like that one Zach. There was what was it, third and, or maybe it was like 2nd and 5 or 3rd and 8 or something like that. And we threw like a 40-yard bomb on the right side of the field there. We caught it, got his feet and all that stuff, and then it gets called back. Like that right there is just every single time. And I'm like looking
momentum killers.
Well,
Yeah.
it was one I think that because Olave started coming alive at the end of that game, and it was another big bomb from Olave or to Olave that got called back towards the end. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like on our sideline too.
It was so hard to watch, like towards the end, because it's if you see a big play, there's a flag. Like Kamara had a good run, flag,
Yeah.
every single time, and it was just like we couldn't do anything, and then we'd go out and 3 and out, and then give them the ball, and we could not stop them. But the Saints are very bad at guarding tight ends. Like we played the Bears. Who went off for the Bears? Can anyone tell me?
Cole Kmet.
Cole fucking Kmet. Cole fucking Kmet. Play the Vikings. Obviously, Hawkinson goes off, and I'm pretty sure.
Like one of his better games in his career too. He's like 11 catches, 150 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm pretty sure when we played the Jags, Evan Ingram had a great game again. Like all these tight. I don't know why it's a tight end thing. Like you know how people say
Just
like
bad linebacker play.
It's not even. It was Marcus May, our safety.
DeMario needs to be better.
DeMario had a game though. DeMario had
Pete Warner, he's a dog though. You know he's covering up.
Yeah, and then he got a flag for what was it, Zach? I think it was defensive
like
holding.
It was like holding or illegal touching or some stupid thing like before.
And we picked it off.
Yeah, no, it was kind of one of those plays like, are you kidding me? Like you really are gonna call that shit? It wasn't. It was your stereotypical, I'm going to run like a 5-yard out or just curl in the middle of the field. And it's just like a bump back and forth. And apparently they didn't like the last bump that Warner gave them or whatever. And there it was.
And let me remind you, it was on the right side of the field. Right side of the field, 5-yard out. Dobbs threw it like 30 yards, like not even close. And we picked it off.
Yeah,
and we just ran it. He's just fucking around, like running around, like faking, going in and out of bounds and all that stuff. And it's like, it's so dumb. Like,
yeah. The one thing
not saying it was like that. Our plays could have been way better because obviously Zach, we were running same plays like up the middle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The widers, there's crazy we made crazy catches. We had to. Yeah. There was one play, the touchdown I'm pretty sure everyone saw about the Moss and stuff, is that when it's a typical Winston throw, he's rolling out to his left, and then just turns to his right and he goes, fuck it, I'm chucking it corner end zone.
What a catch though.
It was insane. No, it
what
was
a catch.
100% the receiver that made that play. Jameis Winston, that should have been an interception. That was such a bad read.
The field, what are we fucking doing? And then we score, and then Jameis is just all, he's just fired up, and we get the ball back. You know what he does? I'm going to try my luck again. He goes, it's a 50-50 ball, but I'm feeling good, so it's probably more of a 90-10. And the 90-10 turned into a 90-10 for sure, and it was an interception.
Yeah. I mean, like, the one play at the very end of the game to literally end the game when they picked it off, Spence, I know they had the ball again to throw a Hail Mary, but doesn't really count, I would say. Their last real option, I think they either had no timeouts or whatever. It was 40 seconds left, 1st and 10, and Jameis gets the ball and bombs a fucking, like, deep ball, immediate pick, overthrows the guy. Like, it was the most Jameis Winston thing on a 1st and 10, just launches a deep ball mid-center field, and they just pick it off. It's like, what are you doing? You just called a timeout. 1st and 10, got a timeout left. You're on like their side. It's like they're at like the 40 or 50 yard line, and they have like 40 or 50 seconds left. And they 1st and 10, just throw a deep bomb, pick, interception.
Was it double coverage or single?
It was like double, triple covered. There was the over the top safety. Covered. Literally, there was double covered or even triple covered because they had a cornerback on him, a high safety over the top. And then I'm pretty sure there was another guy in the area too. And he just rifles a fucking deep bomb into that coverage, and it's like, what
James
the fuck
Jameis.
are you doing? Like that's
James,
it's just-
James.
It's literally once
He
if
threw
Jameis,
2 picks. It could have been 4. He could have thrown 4 picks a matter of 2 quarters of football that he played.
and it was like it's a Jameis thing where if you see him throwing a touchdown, if he throws a touchdown, turn the fucking game off because he's gonna match his picks with his interceptions.
Literally, and that's what I'm saying. He neutralizes himself out of games because he hurts the team as well as he helps the team. So I don't know. That's my opinions on it. But the next one we'll go into, which I do kind of want to wait here for Wyatt. All right, next game that we have coming up here, guys, was our Seahawks versus Redskins, apparently. Commanders. Our first Turf Talk v Turf Talk game of the or recap here. Why? I'm gonna let you go first.
No. I'm gonna let the winner go.
Okay.
Say what you gotta
Yeah,
say.
since we did win this game, I will go first. No, overall, I was pretty happy with the Seahawks performance. I think defensively played pretty well. I knew Sam Howell was going to have a game because that's just who he is. He's a gunslinger, and the Seahawks defense has really been struggling against pass for some reason. It doesn't make sense because we've only, I think, gotten better in the past. Last year, our pass was actually pretty good. Our run game sucked. It's the exact opposite this year. Our run game's pretty good. Our pass sucks. So I don't know what it is. Devin Witherspoon is still a dog. I mean, he got a strip on Sam Howell on his run, which is pretty cool. Just him patting the stats of his. In my opinion, he's a defensive rookie of the year. But I know Jalen Carter's up there too, also having a really good year. I honestly wouldn't be mad about either one. I would obviously prefer Devin Witherspoon since we could have had 2 back-to-back rookie of the years defensively with Tariq and him. But regardless. I think the defense played as best as they could. Sam Howell, like I said, I knew was going to go off. He had a really good game. Just overall, he played really solid. Brian Robinson is also a really good running back for you guys. I like him. I mean, obviously you have Antonio Gibson still, but I think having Brian Robinson, he's very diverse. Like, and
He's
you guys really
your
think
first
about it,
down, second down.
I think he's one of the more underrated running backs this season where he could catch the ball, he can run the ball, like he can pretty much do it all. And he's a really good, I would say a really good back to have. And Antonio Gibson is 100% your third down receiving back, 100%. But I really, really like Brian Robinson for the Commanders there. But offensively was the biggest thing that the Seahawks were able to accomplish this week. We actually played offense. It was a field goal fest right away, and honestly, for most of the game, we only had a couple touchdowns. But Gino played really well, had like 370 some yards and 2 touchdowns. So good game out of him. Yeah, no picks, no fumbles, and that was huge for us because he's had one in the last like 4 or 5 games, which has been really annoying.
DK 7 receptions.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't just DK.
Did he fight someone?
So no fighting. DK has been actually very good since I can't remember the exact week it was, but the last time he got into a fight, I can't remember. He's actually been really good, and I've been impressed because I look for that shit still. I'm like, is this fucking dipshit going to be fighting somebody? He's actually been really good, so I've been happy with DK. I don't want to disown him, even though I have the really cool jersey back here. I got to respect it a little bit more again here. But you're 14 and my 14. I don't know. But it wasn't just DK. DK, Tyler Lockett, even JSN had a good game too. All 3 receivers that we had all got the ball thrown to them. I think JSN had like 60 some yards, Lockett had 90, DK had 90. So like we spread the ball around, which is really good to see from like an offense. That means you're not just like winning with one guy. Like the entire team was able to win and beat, the Commanders in this case, which is good. Like I would prefer to have our entire team be able to beat you, not just one player that, just had a game or whatever. So overall, I was really happy with it. Kenneth Walker had a game too. He had a massive 60-yard touchdown, kind of, padded the stats for him, obviously, but just a receiving touchdown there. Charbonnet, dude, our second-round pick for running backs. He's like our 1-2 punch of Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Charbonnet runs fucking hard, dude. He had a nasty truck on one of the guys. I was watching the car on the way home from the Vikings game, and he fucking laid out a guy. I love it because now he's just become the guy that we put in there just to absolutely lay the wood and truck somebody. It's awesome. So I'm really excited about that. The only thing that Pete needs to do, Pete Carroll always talks about, we need to be running the ball more. We need to run the ball more. But yeah, and then we actively don't do it. It's like, dude, nothing we can do as fans, nothing you like you can necessarily help besides tell fucking Shane Waldron, our offensive coordinator, to run the damn ball. That's what you need to do. Just run the ball. Don't fucking
run the damn ball, Bert.
Literally, that's what I want to say to him.
I
But
mean,
we also
can
get
I-
Kenny McIntosh back this week too. He was like a 5th or 6th round pick out of Georgia, but he's very dynamic as a running back. Going to be like a 3rd down like jackknife or a Swiss Army knife kind of guy. So like I'm excited about him too. But overall, really good team win by the Seahawks.
To your point, Kenneth Walker did have 19 carries for 63 yards.
Yeah, but I'm saying we finally did do it. I mean,
And
like
Geno threw damn near 50 times.
Yes, he threw about 50 times. Kenneth had about, like you said, 20 rushes. I think Charbonnet had close to that too. I mean, he had a pretty solid game on the ground.
So like
too.
it was pretty split, I feel like.
It was pretty good this week. In previous
50-50.
weeks, though, there's a couple of games where Kenneth didn't even get 10 carries. And they were talking about that. I think the last 2 or 3 weeks, they didn't even get 10 carries with Kenneth Walker. Bullshit. You need to give that guy the ball, man. And he's electric when he does get the ball. You're never going to get a tackle for loss with him because he's always going to break out of the first one and somehow make his way at least back to the line of scrimmage. So he's a dog, dude. I like Kenneth Walker. But yeah, that's my thoughts, man. That was my the way I looked at it from the Seahawks. What do you think from a Commanders fan perspective?
Well, I mean, Sam Howell obviously looked good. I mean, he's leading the league in passing yards, 3 tutties. Brian Robinson doing his thing. The one thing I didn't like about our offense is why is Brian Robinson leading us in the receiving department with 6 receptions and 119 yards for a tutty? But then again, he did break a really long 161 yards, so like that definitely helps. But still, to see 6 receptions from him it's gas. Like I'm glad we use him like we should. And if our O-line could just get a little better, he can get more rushing yards. I mean, only 38 carries on 9 rushes, or excuse me, 8 rushes. So it's not great.
Yeah.
But defensively, I mean, did our thing in the first half, I'd say. A lot of field goals. And then that second half, just like usual, just we explode and just start. I don't even know what we do, really, to be honest with you. Because I trust Jack Del Rio. He's a very defensive guy, knows what he's talking about. And then when you got dogs like Jonathan Allen and obviously we lost Chase Young and Montez. So I mean, but Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen are still really good defensive interior linemen, and we only get 1 sack on the day, and that hurts. Like when you're just so used to getting 3-4 sacks a game from your D line, to go to 1, it definitely hurts. Like you could tell on the back end, like that second half, and we were just getting burned by the receiving core. So really, the only take is like, I think also that first touchdown we got missed the field goal on the extra point. Not helpful at all. So like, I mean, you could have been leading that game through the first half realistically and not be tied. That would have been really good for us. And I think going into that, I mean, obviously you play 0-0 at halftime. So, but at the same time, when you have the lead at half, it's also a good feeling. And then obviously it came down to a field goal at the end, and we had a chance to win. Sam Howell did it, tied it up, but obviously Geno did the same thing.
Yeah, there was it was one of like I think a record-breaking like 5 games this week that had the end of the clock expiring game-winning field goals. So almost didn't get it. I mean, Seahawks almost didn't win this one. I mean, you guys came down and scored within 50 seconds left in the game. On a pretty miraculous like play too. I mean, like it was looking like, oh shit, here we go. Like, and then boom, there's the score, and you guys.
That's what you like to see in your quarterback, though. A young one too, like improvising, getting out of the pocket, and just keeping your eyes downfield and making a perfect throw.
Sam Howell's good, man, and like we maybe gave you. I know I definitely gave you shit about Sam Howell and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
everyone does.
I mean, like nobody heard about him. He's one of the guys. Like, oh, he's the guy that came before Drake May. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the thought on it. And so it's like you don't really have a lot of hope, I guess, when it comes to Sam Howell. Nobody heard about him until he had to like.
I mean, I definitely thought it was random. We picked him up because he was only a 1-year starter. So definitely threw me off.
He's good though, man. I really do like what Sam Howell has to offer. I think your offensive line needs to be a little more consistent. I think some of those, I think he is the most sacked quarterback, is he not? Or no?
Damn
Or
near
one of
50,
them?
by the way.
One of them. Yeah,
Well, I think we're leading by like a good 13 or 14 sacks. It's
holy
bad.
cow. So, I mean, that definitely doesn't help the situation. I think he could be even better yet, and I think that affects some of his streakiness in some games where he doesn't play well. I think most games he does play well, though. You know what I mean? I think there definitely is
he's steady.
Yeah.
Like when it comes in the crunch time, if you watch his eyes, they're dialed in on whatever he's. It's not looking around nervous. He's going through his progression.
Kenny.
1, 2, 3.
He definitely doesn't look like a first
Not
year
as good
starter.
as Kenny in crunch time.
Yeah, Kenny hands the ball off. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does.
He's got 7 fourth quarter comebacks. That's the most in the NFL.
Okay. Good for you.
They're always down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Find a way.
I think the Commanders are still a really good team. For some reason, your receivers are not performing great this year, though, and it's not. And it's not Sam Howell. Sam Howell's slinging the rock, dude. It's why is Terry McLaurin not leading in the top 5 in receptions or yards or anything right now? Why
because he's being double covered?
I get that, but I don't think it's necessarily just him being double covered is the issue. He doesn't seem to get open often at all, to be honest. He's
open. No. He's open.
Just because he can catch everything, you're saying?
Well, no. Trust me, that man.
Sam Howell doesn't throw him the goddamn ball.
That's what I'm saying. Why? Why though? There's no reason that Sam Howell, a gunslinger, doesn't load the.
Sam Howell knows that I have him on. I have fucking on my fantasy team.
Dude, I've been asking the same question the last 6 weeks.
I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense. He should be one of the best receivers in the NFL
the first
right now.
4 weeks we were using him. The first 4 weeks he was doing great. He had a couple of good games.
I mean, you also have a pretty good depth, I would say, at receivers too. I don't think you're just a one-man show there. I think you definitely have
there's a lot of speed on that team.
Yeah, you guys have some depth, but I don't know. It was a good game overall, and obviously came down to the wire.
And Logan Thomas, also our tight end, he gets a lot of the balls.
Yeah, he had a pretty good game too. Yeah, I think that's all I really saw from man. Overall, I was happy with the performance. Seahawks are getting into our meat grinder part of the season where we have Rams this week, which will be easier, but then we have 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, and then Eagles, I think.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
also
going to
have
be
a
rough.
tough schedule. It's not great.
It's next 4 weeks, we could literally, or not this week, but the next 4 weeks after this, we probably could go 0-4. We could lose all 4 games in a row.
We play the Giants, or not the Giants, the Cowboys twice, the Jets, 49ers, and then we play, who's the other NFC West team that I'm missing? Rams, we play them too. Which, if Matthew Stafford ever comes back,
he's coming back this week apparently.
All right, so yeah, that's always something to be scary of.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Of course, he had to come back for the fucking Seahawks game. The Rams always play us tough too. I don't care how good or bad the team is.
What's their record?
It's not good. They're what?
Are they 2-6?
No, I think they're 3-6 maybe.
3-6.
Yeah, they're not.
They were just on a bye, weren't they?
Yeah, they might have been.
Yeah, they were on a bye. Yep, yeah. They were.
But
we might only get 2 more wins the rest of this year.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm not looking forward to the rest of the season because there's a lot of teams that either could easily beat us, as in the 49ers, Cowboys, and Eagles, and then you have the teams that are going to be tough. The Rams is going to be a tough game. I can already see the Cardinals being a tough game because they have Kyler back too. The Steelers are going to be a tough ass game. They're going to be a tough game, probably even with the Titans too. There's teams that are not incredible, but they're going to be good in tough games. So there's a good chance the Seahawks don't get another win the rest of the season. We might not get another win the rest of the season. So we'll see what happens here. This will be what we're and that's why I wanted to see the offense perform like they did, because if we want to win games with our secondary the way it is and kind of is a liability at times, our offense needs to be able to put up points just like we did this last game. I mean, 29-26 ending score for us. You got to have that kind of game. You can't score under 20 and still be able to win a game.
4 of our last 8 games are division games.
Yeah, that's rough. All right, well, let's move on to Bills versus Broncos, which That was the Monday night game, right?
Yes, sir.
To be honest with you, I did not watch a ton of this game. I was kind of disassociated. I will say, though, I watched the ending and what kind of happened at the end. Bills, I don't know if I can ever pick you in a pick'ems ever again because I can't trust them. Josh Allen does not look good this year, straight up.
Madden curse, bro.
And it is the Madden curse, but I'm not
Bro,
saying
ever
I'm not
since Brian
saying he's a
Daboll
bad.
left, he hasn't looked great.
I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he does not look good this year. He's making way more mistakes than he's making like right things and right decisions right now.
One of those
He's
interceptions.
led the
that he-
league. What were you saying, Trey?
I said one of those interceptions that he had was not his fault. Gabe Davis literally fucking
Yeah, he did.
volleyball punched it up in the air. And it was like,
But the
still
other one
leads
was horrendous.
year.
No,
Yeah.
Trey, the other one was horrendous.
oh, it was bad.
Since
That
he
was-
came
that
in the
was not
league,
great.
he's been leading the league in interceptions.
He's got he's got like what
All right,
70
when
plus.
is he gonna start using Stephon is the real question here.
I think
When
he
you
was
just-
right
Him
away.
are beefing.
Trayvon Diggs is coming at his ass too.
Stephon Diggs was doing really well right away.
Gabe Davis was their leading receiver with 56 yards.
Yeah, but right
Yeah,
away
because
though,
everyone's just
Stephon Diggs
fucking-
was having a game. He was having a good year.
James Cook doesn't
James
know how to
Cook had
hold,
a game.
doesn't know
yeah,
how to
2
hold on to the
fumbles.
football though.
Jeez,
Put the ball on the ground.
I feel like he's
twice.
always
he
fumbling.
also had like
Fumble.
opening the first play of scrimmage, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
so
the
they
very first
went to
play.
Latavius Murray for like basically the whole first half.
Yeah, that's crazy,
That's what-
dude.
Yeah, I don't.
By the way, Stephon Diggs 3 receptions, 34 yards.
That's ridiculous, dude. You got to force.
Yeah, that's
feed that man.
ridiculous.
You got to force feed that man. That guy's got to get at least 10 looks
So
a game.
stupid.
10 looks a game minimum, in my opinion. You got him. He's just that kind of player. You have to give him the ball. It's like he's like a Devontae Adams. He's like a Jamar Chase. He's like a Tyreek Hill. You got to give him
Like a
looks.
Debo,
You got to give him.
who
looks.
obviously was the reason that the 49ers were losing. I just want to bring that up because we had that big argument. Debo is the
Oh,
reason.
you also said CeeDee Lamb is in a top 3 receiver in the league this year.
When did I say that?
When we talked about this earlier, a couple weeks ago.
That
We
is
had an
true.
argument about CeeDee
Lamb just
Oh, yeah,
broke,
not top
just
3?
broke a record with 150 yards plus in the last 3 straight games. Wild.
First off, when I said this 2 weeks ago, was he a top 3 receiver at that point? Yes, no?
Yes.
No. That you're lying.
Statistically or actually in talent?
Actually in talent.
I think the top 3 receivers this year have been
Top
Tyreek.
3?
Tyreek, AJ Brown, and CeeDee's up there.
You're missing one. I'm missing one.
Ooh.
Puka Nacua? He's kind of fallen off the map, to be honest with you. It's because you don't have a quarterback, though. It's because of the quarterback.
It's St. Brown.
Yeah,
St. Brown's
Amon-Ra's-
up there.
Amon-Ra's
Yeah,
up
Sam
there.
Brown. There you go.
I
Thank you,
think he definitely should be the third
Mhm.
one then in that list, in my opinion. He's had the better. He's the had them
I think
of,
CeeDee's better.
he might be better, but I'm saying of the statistical seasons so far, it's Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those are literally the
I think
3.
St. Brown has like 700 receiving yard games.
It's consistent.
And he missed,
every
missed 2
single
games.
week. Every single week he
He's-
performs
He's
well.
third in receiving yards and missed 2 games. It's insane.
Yeah,
think he's
every
had,
single week he performs
What,
well.
like six weeks in a row with 100 plus yards?
I think he has 7 total too. So it might be 6 in a row, and then
It might be 7 in a row.
At this point, yeah.
I don't know, but hey, overall, I think they need to get the ball to Diggs. Can we talk about how Russell Wilson is having an incredible season and nobody's talking about it?
we talked about it last week. We
I
did.
know. I'm just saying.
did.
I know we are talking about it. I'm saying we should be building more awareness about this because
Colin Cowherd said something about it today.
he's having an incredible season. He's got.
You want him
18
back?
He's got right now. Yeah, he's playing way better than fucking Gino is right now.
Yeah, I
He's
said
got-
I said the trade up last week, and you said no.
I said yes, dude. I said imagine we just give him back Gino straight up. We fleeced him for all of their draft capital for the last 2 years, and then we give him back our backup quarterback for our starting quarterback again. But no, what I'm saying is he's got 18 touchdowns on the season and only 4 interceptions. That's a great season so far. He's got like a 66% completion rating, and obviously, he can still be a factor on the ground, but like Russell Wilson, people I think were ready to write him off last year. He's the one that's not writing back now at this point. He's having a really good season, and hey, good for him for not just giving up, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of haters last year. And he's having a great season. And as me as being a Seahawks fan, him still being on my wall up there, Russell Wilson as a Seahawk, like I'm glad that he's having a good season and proving him wrong.
I saw this thing from the Next Gen Stats that he has like the two most impossible catches caught like in the NFL Next Gen Stats, whatever you want to call it.
That Cortland Sutton catch was the least
drag?
catch.
Yeah, and the other one was Tyler.
Next Gen Stats.
Was the other one Tyler Lockett on the toe tap?
It's like what was it like?
3.2% chance of catch.
Yeah. Well, that's just Tyler. That's also patent stats because Tyler toe tap Lockett just doesn't miss those. So
that wasn't Tyler Lockett. That was Cortland Sutton's.
I'm talking about Tyler Lockett's because the second one was Tyler Lockett's toe tap catch that he caught. That was the second least likely ever. And that one obviously was the number one. But yeah, Russ Wilson's a dog, dude. He's a damn good quarterback, and I'm glad that he's having a kind of redemption year for him because he really should be talked about more because 18 touchdowns for only 4 interceptions. I think that's one of the best ratios in the NFL right now as a quarterback, is it not? It's got to be. He might not have the most touchdowns, but he's got probably one of the most touchdowns and least interceptions so far this season.
Kenny Pickett has only 4 interceptions this year.
Shut the fuck up. He also has 2 fucking passing touchdowns on his career. So.
6.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You're a fucking NFL quarterback and you have 6 touchdowns passing in your career? Fuck
no,
off.
no, not career. This year.
No, I could see his career. Didn't he just throw his first fucking touchdown pass ever? Like this year?
It was to Deontay.
No, it was like how long? Was it like
no, it
10?
was like 2.
Like
it was his
games?
first time throwing 2 touchdowns in the same game.
Oh, that's what it
yeah.
was. Yeah,
Yeah, he
really
hasn't
good
had,
quarterbacking right there. This guy can't get over 1 touchdown like he's a fucking running back here. What's going on?
Hey, we run the ball.
You don't.
Now.
You don't.
Uh-huh.
Now you do.
We had 2 rushing touchdowns.
So you're telling me even before when you were running the ball and you were giving Kenny the rock to sling it, that he could only get 1 touchdown a game is the best he could do?
Yeah, just hangs his shoulder pads up.
Get this guy another contract. No.
In the
Looking
last,
like Daniel Jones out here.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I don't want to sit here and talk
in the
about the
last
Steelers
6
all
weeks,
fucking night.
he's only thrown 2 touchdowns.
That's so fucking bad, dude. God, he's such a shitty quarterback. All right, well, that was the Bills versus Broncos. Broncos get the win at the end only because the Bills fucked themselves by having 12 people on the field. How you can't make that mistake, dude. That's the most rudimentary, complete error, probably on the coaching
What you
staff.
expect in the preseason game.
Yeah, you can't get 12 men on the field and literally lose the game because you give the kicker a second chance. That's horrible. And Bills fans out there, I'm sorry because you guys don't deserve to have to go through that shit. But
They fired their
that's
OC.
ridiculous. Did they?
Yeah.
They fired Ken Dorsey.
Which he shouldn't have had a job in the first place, to be honest.
No, Brian Daboll made Josh Allen.
Yeah.
The pick machine.
Well, there's a difference between throwing picks and there's a difference between just being a bad quarterback because there's a lot of really good quarterbacks that also have a shit ton of interceptions. I'm thinking Brett Favre. I'm thinking Peyton Manning. I'm thinking who's another one that's done that. He's right there. Tip of my tongue. I can't remember though. But there's quarterbacks. Who? Dan Marino's up there. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of good quarterbacks.
Jameis Winston.
That have thrown. No, that's not a good quarterback.
Good quarterback.
That's
Oh,
a
quarterback.
quarterback that makes dumb decisions. There's a lot of good quarterbacks that have thrown a lot of interceptions in their career, but they still can do what they need to do to win the games. Josh Allen is I would say is like that. He's not having a good season though. He's not having a good season, just straight up. He's been able to get wins though when it matters, but still be able to throw interceptions all the time. So it's not like I'm super concerned about the interceptions, but it's the fact that he can't do the touchdowns now. He's not making it up on the other end right now this season, and I think that's what's really hurting him right now as a team. Interceptions aren't bad. They're not good, obviously, but to think that you should have 0 interceptions, that's not realistic, to be honest with you.
It's kind of like in baseball. You can't just have strikeout after strikeout. You're going to give up a hit or an error, earned run.
And there's also a part of you're throwing interceptions, which means you're also taking risks. There's quarterbacks that don't take risk, and that means they don't do anything. Like Kenny Pickett,
they wear gold and black.
He's not throwing touchdowns because he's not taking risk, and he might also be throwing interceptions either that much as well. but it doesn't matter though because he's not taking the risk to even get the touchdowns too. And so there's definitely a fine line between those two. And I think like Josh Allen is one of them that he can throw picks, but he's just not performing like he should on offense overall to kind of make up for those interceptions that he will throw. Same thing with Sam Howell. I think he's actually the opposite. Sam Howell's throwing interceptions, but he's doing it at a better rate than Josh Allen because he's at least throwing touchdowns too.
Oh yeah, he's
If that makes sense.
He's averaging 3 touchdowns a game, damn near.
What are you laughing at?
He's throwing interceptions at a better rate. It's like, just the way you said that.
This might not be a great argument. In my opinion, though, this makes perfect sense. This guy, he's taking risks,
kind of like,
but he's hitting on those risks better.
Well, he's
than
also
Josh Allen.
he's not throwing that many interceptions though.
No, he's just had a couple outlier games where he's thrown 4.
Oh,
in a game,
yeah.
and that's obviously thrown up and skewed his numbers for sure.
it's kind of like Dak. Like everyone wants to shit on Dak for
Same
throwing
thing as Dak.
interceptions,
Exact same as.
but
same
he
as Dak.
is. Look at the wide receiver he has. He's throwing up 150. It's like you kind of have to. There's not a play in the playbook that says throw interception, but there's a play in the playbook where it's like this is almost the guarantee, and if it's not, we also have one of the best defense in the league. We also have this to play with. Like you have to take your shots. Like you kind of have to shoot in the dark sometimes.
Dak is the definition of I'm going to throw 4 touchdowns this week and I'm going to throw 4 interceptions the next. That's just who Dak is. And at the same time, though, Cowboys fans, I think still like him though because he can have his 400-yard games where he has 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns and goes off and has an insanely good week.
I think Dak's probably up there for fucking MVP now.
No, I don't think you can put him up there for MVP. Why? What was your thoughts?
He's balling right now.
No, dude is balling though. I give
Yeah,
him
but they're
credit.
playing shitty teams though when he does ball out. He
It's
played
a-
the
it's a
Giants.
quar-
They were a
it's a
17
quarterback-
and a half
he-
quarterback
point
award.
favorite.
He looked halfway decent against
It's a quarterback
the Eagles.
award.
It is,
looked
but it
all right.
shouldn't be this year. It shouldn't be this year, in my opinion.
It shouldn't be, but it's gonna be.
I think if there's a year, this is going to be the year. I'm 100% confident in that. If Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown finish the season as they started the season, those two, I think either one of them could win the MVP this year. Straight up, they could do it if they.
I mean, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Whether it's going to happen or not, I
Have
don't
they fallen
know.
off?
I think this is the year that it could happen.
No,
Have they fallen off their rate?
no.
No, I think Dolphins, they had a bye, didn't they, this week?
Yeah.
Dolphins had a bye, so did the Eagles. So, like, it was just like one of those, both guys couldn't play. But they're both still having, great seasons, obviously. I mean, they're both coming up to or over 1,000 already for both of them. I know Tyreek is, but I don't know if AJ Brown's there yet or not.
It's just like this year, like last year, it was kind of more or less like a running back, like more running backs were involved, I guess. And this year, it's more wide receivers.
Yeah, there's not been a really outstanding running back besides Christian McCaffrey. There's only one. There's not another running back
Which
that's
the
been
streak got
so
snapped.
dominant. I know. There hasn't been a single other running back, though, that's been so dominant compared
Still
to
put up a damn good game though.
Yeah, I mean, Christian McCaffrey is by far the front runner for running backs, but as an overall league, only he is performing well.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else has their games, but the other one, but nobody's consistent like him.
Jalen Warren.
Starting to be now.
Shut the
He's
fuck
starting
up.
to be now.
blazing
No,
like crazy.
hold on. He is starting to. So like, you can't argue that.
No, but he's comparing him to fucking Christian McCaffrey. He's the only other running back. Just like, shut the fuck up, dude. All right, Trey. Even though I don't want to say it, it's that time of the fucking day again, and I need you to bring some fucking energy because it's like I said, that time. It's time to go through our dogs of the week, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Trey.
All right. Let me get it up. Let me get it pulled up. First,
Bring some energy.
First
off, we got from LA. He's been on this list a couple times this year. Mr. Keenan Allen. Mr. messed up shoulder himself. 11 receptions, 175 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns.
Oh my gosh.
This guy was on it last week. He's been on it the last couple weeks maybe. Going down to the Star in Dallas. we got motherfucking CD Lamb. 11 receptions, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Spencer, this one's going to hurt you, but I have to say it.
He's not him.
Mr. TJ Hawkinson, 11 receptions, 134 yards, and a touchdown. And, you know, I threw this one in there because I want to, because it's my dog of the week. Mr. Jalen Warren.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that shit too, dude.
15 rushing attempts, 101 yards, and a touchdown. His first 100-yard game of his career, first of many. There you got it, baby.
All right, you might have just lost doing dog of the week by that last fucking nomination, dude. Jalen
You know
Warren.
He's not going to win it anyways. I think I just wanted to throw it in there just because he can.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There were some really good performances this week, guys. I think there could have even a couple more even on this.
Yeah,
list,
I
like you
said there could
Trey.
have been like 6.
There's Dak had an insane week this week.
I didn't put him up there because of the interception.
Yep. He had a really good week. Obviously, CD did. I think Keenan Allen is just like, dude, this guy is a walking. I'm just going to give you 50 in fantasy in every third game of the season. Is just who he is, I think. Like, holy cow. Yeah. So obviously we have Trey's pick is Jalen Warren. Obviously, their backup running back from the Steelers that had just got
co-starter.
Barely just got over 100 yards rushing. Congratulations. Spence, who's your dog of the week based off these nominations?
I'm gonna take the guy that steamrolled us just because I got to see it in person happen. And I if I was the defensive coordinator, I'd be like, okay, I know where it's going, so we fix this out. And we didn't want to, so we're gonna let the guy have a game. And I guess he just wanted to be part of the dog of the week segment. So
I like it. TJ Hawkinson. Spence. Wyatt, who do you think?
I hate saying this. I'm going with the star. CD. Have a day.
Come on. Someone say it.
What was the stats again? 11 catches, 170, or what was it?
150.
150 in a tutty.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns he had?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, makes sense. I was gonna say though, guys, why are we again disrespecting Keenan Allen?
We're not. It's just CD.
I'm just trying to get a tight end on the dog of the week, and we already had Keenan. I'm pretty sure we already had CDs. So
Keenan never got it though. I thought he was up there, but he
been
never
on it a
got
couple
it.
times.
I definitely voted for him.
I think he did get it one time.
I voted
He got
for
it
him
early
too.
on.
Okay, so yeah, he definitely
Did he?
got
He threw
it.
a
I
passing
definitely voted
touchdown
for his.
for
I
him.
Yeah,
did think
when we
I
did the pass.
did, but I don't think
Like-
I don't think he won it that week. I thought
Was it
somebody
against the
did.
Vikings? No, it was against.
Yeah, it was the Vikings. I think. Is who he
Yeah, they
played.
won that game.
You know who to vote for.
I'm talking about Keenan Allen though. I don't think he
Yeah,
won
that's-
it. I don't think he won one
I think he did.
because that was the week that he
We
almost
used to
broke-
have the ticker going about
because that was I
previous
know,
dogs of the
we need to
week.
get it back up. But I think he was the one that won because maybe he did win because he almost broke the record for receptions that
Yeah, we gave
Yeah,
it to him.
that's the
Yeah, never mind then. So he's already got it. But so does CD. That's the part that's tough. But he also had an insanely good fucking game. So I think I do have to go Dallas Star himself, CD Lamb. I think I have
Come
to
on,
do it
man.
again. I think I have to do it again.
Jalen Warren, dude.
Shut the
No.
fuck up.
Give it to TJ, Zach. Give me my opinion, and we put a tight end on there, and then we can decide. It makes it easier at the end of the year. So we'll be like, all right, CD has 2 dogs of the week. That means he's the dog of the year.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Come on.
true. Why I do agree with you, but I do agree with Spence because I did get to literally see in person somebody be dominant on the football field.
I think
This
that's a little
guy-
biased,
this
but that's
guy-
fine.
This guy ran 6 consecutive 5-yard outs and scored a touchdown off of it. These guys are playing Madden. They
He
kept
scored
fucking
2
spamming
touchdowns.
triangle for no huddle,
100
and they
yards.
just kept doing the same fucking shit. It was insane.
But he
so
did.
yeah.
Did he have 100 yards and 2 tutties?
Did CD
Yeah.
Lamb have a backup quarterback that just came on there and learned like a playbook in 1
Jameis
week?
Winston's
That
been
also,
there
that also has
2 years
alopecia areata.
already.
Huh?
James Winston's been there for 2 years already.
We're talking about fucking
Talking about
TJ
Dobbs.
Hawkinson. dude,
Oh yeah.
and Dobbs.
First
So
off, Dobbs a rocket
Mr.
scientist.
Black
so
Mr.
he figured
King.
it out.
I will
He's also a backup quarterback.
I will
with
say,
no chemistry.
I will say, my dog of the week then goes
Tight
to
end
TJ
is basically your
Hawkinson.
safety blanket in an offense, so he's gonna get the bulk of the receptions. I feel
Hey,
like
you'll regret that.
Why are you trying to act like tight ends don't matter now? That's
they
what you
do.
just said.
They're a quarterback.
They're the
safety.
safety net. They're obviously going to get more looks
So we're gonna
anyways.
sit here and let Wyatt tell us
That's a
that CeeDee
fact.
Lamb's not a top 3 wide receiver, and then he's gonna flip over dog of the week and just say that CeeDee Lamb
I'm just
is
saying he had a better game,
just going hard as shit at CeeDee Lamb saying
better day.
The only reason why I'm saying no wide is because I agree with Spence in the fact that we can't just give CD the dog of the week every single week.
Then how about we give it
We
to Jalen
don't.
Warren?
Shut the
Shut
fuck up.
the
You're
fuck
out
up.
of the option.
I
You are out of the option
I
right
vote
now.
TJ Warren not to be in the dog of the week segment.
Yeah, can we do that?
Who?
Can we vote
TJ
him?
Warren? Who
Can
the
we-
fuck is that?
Can
Nobody,
we,
because
can we vote?
who the fuck is Warren? Get that motherfucker out of here.
Can we,
Guess
who
what?
the fuck
It's
is that guy?
My dog of the week, not yours.
Okay, well, if you're
I think
gonna
we need to
start
switch
picking
somebody
your
who
own
needs to change
first
different
ones.
dog of
Dude,
the
this
week.
is literally the first time I've ever put a Steeler player on there.
Yep, and I'm about to kick you off ready for it.
Wow. You're just mad because the Seahawks haven't got
No, you wasted a slot.
You're not
You
wrong.
wasted a slot for a
I
dude that
wish.
ran for 100 yards once.
But I haven't also been sitting here Trey and been like, hey, you need to put Geno on there. He had
Hey,
his
Sam
first good
Howell's
game
been
of
on
the
that
season.
list.
Has he
Howell
been?
got on the list.
Yeah, Howell's been on that list.
Nice, good.
I didn't vote for him though.
No, I mean, I don't think there's been.
I thought it was
single-
pretty obvious who was going to fucking win, either Keenan Allen or CeeDee Lamb. So
I don't
I was
think
like,
there's.
you know what?
I don't think there's
Fuck
been.
it. I'm just going to throw. He didn't have a bad game. You can't say he had a bad game because he didn't.
Oh, he didn't have a bad game, but he was.
No,
He
he
just
had a
didn't
good
have as good of a game as Dak or Amon-Ra,
I'm
the
going
other two.
TJ
I didn't even
Hawkinson.
put Amon-Ra on there.
I'm going TJ Hawkinson,
Amon-Ra
which
should win
makes
it damn near almost.
which makes
All right.
drum
He
roll.
was going to be. Then I was,
please.
well, fuck it.
Dog of the week number 9 is TJ Hawkinson,
Good one.
tight end for the Minnesota Vikings. He gets dog of the week nominee, or dog of the week, I should say. Puts his name in the hat for the running of the dog of the year at the end of the season. Since it's a new one, that honestly should be a rule, guys, where it needs to be somebody new every single week, so we can have a fair number of everybody total. Fair.
We'll
How
try.
it works.
We'll try unless someone obviously is
Unless
the clear cut.
somebody obviously needs to win it, then we'll give it to him. I think TJ Hawkinson had a great week this week. And so therefore he is dog of the week number 9. The check will be sent in the mail, TJ. Thank you so much for participating. But yeah, that's been your dog of the week, guys. We're getting worse, honestly, with dogs of the week. I need Trey. I need you to step it up. Just kidding. But Jalen Warren, what a stretch, dude. That was quite a stretch, in my opinion.
Not a stretch.
You are a fucking homer, and it shows.
It's not me being a homer.
All right. We got a new segment, and this one was birthed a couple hours ago. But hey, I think we're getting to the point of the season where we understand where people land when it comes to power rankings. We know who's good. We know who's bad. We know who is destined for absolutely nothing. And we know who people should be moving up and down. And so we have a good idea about that. We've been looking at it for the last few weeks here. But instead of doing the power ranking section, we're going to dive into the playoff picture, because that's getting to that time of season where we're going to start talking about playoffs, because it's already week 10 coming up here. And so we're already over halfway through the season, which is crazy to think about. And playoffs will be here before we know it. So let's take our first look at this, guys, shall we? Let me get this shared quick. And here's our playoff picture, guys. Thank you to NFL's Instagram. We appreciate it. Yeah, this is what we got, guys. There we go. Yes, sir. Own graphic.
We hit the hook.
We take all the credit. Just kidding. But here, we'll start off with our number 1 seeds for both AFC and NFC, and we can talk about this, guys. Not that it necessarily matters what we think, because this is just how it lands. Not that this is like a subjective thing that people can just choose or whatever. It is what it is, obviously. But just go through here. So we'll have AFC, NFC. We have AFC number 1 seed is the Chiefs right now. I think they have the best record in the AFC still right now. I think they've had one of the more longer stretches of dominant wins. I've been on the record multiple times saying I don't think they're that good. Part of me still thinks they're not that great, but they're the number 1 seed, and they've been able to win games, and they've been able to win the most games so far in the AFC. And then obviously AFC or NFC number 1 seed is the Eagles. I would say pretty, self-explanatory. No need to talk
Juggernauts.
about. They have the best record in the NFL in its entirety right now. Just a damn good team. You guys agree with the two number one seeds? Obviously, not that it matters, not that our opinion makes any difference, but like to see where it is or what?
I think that it's correct. I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, think so.
Another
You think
Kelsey
that's
Bowl,
how it's going to end?
Yeah.
I think the AFC has more chance to actually move. To be honest with you,
I want you to know the Ravens are literally a half game from dropping to the 6th seed.
I don't understand.
The only reason they're the 2 seed is they haven't had their bye. Otherwise, the Steelers would be winning the division.
I know, I get it, but
This is projection for week 10, Trey.
yeah.
I mean,
You know what, guys? I think right at the beginning, though, just looking at this list right off rip here, I think we went into the season thinking, man, AFC is the tough the tough side that we need to figure out who's supposed to be what. I think the NFC's got a lot of wiggle room still, where there should be there's a lot of really good teams in this playoff picture for the NFC, in my opinion.
If I were to start the season and you were telling me what goes where, I would have put Eagles or Niners at 1, so 1, 2, and then I would not have the Lions in there. Probably, I wouldn't put them up there right away. If we were to start the season 0-0 preseason, look at it, I'd probably put Cowboys probably at the 3, just because they're always up there.
They're a good regular season team. Yep.
Yep, and then I'd probably put probably Vikings then, and then I don't even know. Oh, I would say personally, I'd be yeah, the Saints are in there, but I wouldn't put 4 seed. Honestly, I wouldn't put 4 seed.
well, it's because you're winning your divisions.
I know that. I'm just I would not think I don't know. I would say 1 seed for the Saints if I was being that way, but I don't know. It's just weird.
So how do you not see the Lions up there?
No, I'm saying no one did last year.
I think the only thing is that they don't see is them being a 2nd seed, the second best team.
That I understand, but I do feel like the Lions would.
I'm not saying they wouldn't be in the playoffs. I'm all aboard off the Lions because I
figured they were going to win the division.
2 years ago, I said the Jags are going to be in the.
I wouldn't have thought they'd be above the 49ers right now, to be honest.
How do the Raiders have a chance?
Well,
I was just looking at that.
And it's because their division is so shit right now.
Their division is not shit.
Between what, Chargers? Who is it? The Chargers, the Broncos, and the Chiefs.
Broncos.
So you have the Chiefs, and you pretty much have everything else wide open right now.
But if you were to start,
you still need the entire.
Number 1 is Kansas City. 2 is probably Chargers. 3, then you could probably put Raiders, and then Broncos because you saw last year how the Broncos were. You probably put them last.
Well, now, I mean,
I'm going Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders are all not very good teams. The Chiefs are by far the number 1 seed, which makes sense. But the rest of it is wide open right now.
These Broncos and Chargers, they're on the up.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's the thing. That's the thing. It's wide open though.
I think they just lost too many games. It's wild.
Too many stupid games.
It's wild to me that the Bills and even the fucking Bengals aren't even in the playoffs. The fact that the Texans are in the playoffs right now, dude, that's fucking crazy.
So then I would have gone the AFC side.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Jags are winning it.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
The AFC side, I would put Chiefs number 1. Number 2, probably Dolphins, I would say.
I don't think I would have expected Ravens to be number 2 right now.
No, and
then I know Trey's going to say, no, they're shit. They're so bad. Oh, my God, they're so bad.
I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't think they're number 2 seed.
Number 3, I'd probably put Bengals. And then 4, I'd put Bills just because of I know how the Bills literally play their fucking games. It's this year, but the same shit as last year. They lose stupid fucking games.
They've lost way too many stupid games this year, though, dude.
It's not even that, Trey. It's not years
health.
of proof.
It's not health, in my opinion, this year. It's just Josh Allen not being a good quarterback.
Well, even last year, they lost games they shouldn't have. I think they had, 5 losses last year? 4 losses?
I don't know what they had last year total.
They lost games they shouldn't have.
They were definitely a really good team though last year. They don't look like a good team this year.
But I wouldn't put the Texans in there. I mean, Start of the year.
I wouldn't have put the Browns. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have probably even put the Browns up there.
Bullshit.
I was kind of high on the Browns last year, or
You guys are some
start of the
Browns
year,
big suckers.
because of who they have on defense, and their offense is pretty decent, pretty good. Their line's pretty good. Their running back was probably
Top two.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah, we
say
took care of
if
that.
not A1,
Shut up.
it's or 1A or 1B with McCaffrey and Chubb
Yeah.
back and forth,
Mhm.
and then
$1 million quarterback, $500 million quarterback. Excuse me.
Doesn't want to play football.
plays like $1 million
Well,
quarterback.
first
Yeah.
off, he broke his shoulder.
It's his
done
yanking
for.
arm.
Yeah.
But then, like, I wouldn't. I think some of these teams I would not think would be in the playoffs or at their seats.
I think the
Like, I would-
NFC is really like I feel like at the beginning of the year this is what I'd picture probably. Except for
LeBron.
that,
Yeah, those teams.
LeBron
Yeah,
said
no,
that
sure,
the Lions
you
are gonna go
agree?
number 2 seed. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
I-
teams that are in there now is what I
yes,
probably
I
would
thought the
pick.
Lions were going to win the division. I don't know about the
Well, they
seeding
are.
wise.
They
I just
are,
know
though.
the teams.
Yeah, those teams for sure.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
teams. That's what
I
I
think-
think.
to
The
me,
only
it's-
difference is to me is I thought the Packers were going to do better than Vikings this year.
I thought
And that's
maybe the
just-
Falcons might have been better than
Mm.
the Saints, but
they had a chance.
Falcons have
I
a
just
better
didn't- I
defense.
just didn't think
I will
Desmond
say
could
the
get it
Falcons
done.
have a way better defense. They just don't have any offense to run with it.
Yeah.
I figured that the weapons around Ritter would have been able to carry him a little more.
But
But
Ritter's
Well,
not him.
I think it's
I went
all
over this.
about how well Arthur Smith is. I think one on the hot seat right now of just not using the fucking team, like not using his team.
Okay. Oh, I mean, he's definitely not though. I
Why
agree.
would you
He's
draft
not on the
him?
hot seat.
Why would you draft a running
Is
back
Bijan
and then
hurt?
not use
Have
him?
you? No, he's
No.
fucking healthy, and they just don't use him. What I'm saying though, Wyatt, is have you listened to Georgia fans and just people down in Georgia talk about Arthur Smith?
Mm-mm.
You fucking hate him.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, I guess when your fan base hates you, it's kind of tough though.
Yeah, it's
Win
like
games.
a Matt Canada kind
Hey,
of situation.
Matt Canada surviving somehow.
This
Because
guy's
he went down
gonna
to the
get.
sideline.
This guy's
He's
gonna
on the
come back
sideline.
next year.
This guy's gonna work his way into a fucking new contract, dude, and I'm gonna kill
No,
myself.
he will. I mean, you guys are literally the.
I'm
what?
going-
It's 'cause
this
he's
is
on the
his la- this is his
sideline.
last-
Imagine
This is his last year of his contract.
Can we get a ticker for every time Trey says he wants to kill himself or Wyatt says he wants to kill himself?
It's true.
Go
You
ahead.
guys do say it a lot.
It's
Y'all
true.
need,
'cause
y'all need to
my
listen to
team's
some
going to make
logic
me
or
do it.
something.
I do want to kill myself on my team. Does stupid shit.
Oh my god. Okay.
Every game that we've had this year has been within a one score.
You guys don't know what it's like, all right?
Yeah.
But
All right,
speaking
dude,
of
you don't
killing
I've
understand.
had a
yourself,
different
Zach,
quarterback the last
Clenching
12
your
years.
cheeks the
Zach.
last whole fourth quarter, the whole time, every
Zach,
fucking
with
Sunday.
these two talking about killing themselves, who's dead and who's alive then?
We're not doing that.
Josh Allen is dead.
Who would you think? Well, I'm just asking you.
Who's dead or alive this week?
Out of the playoffs.
You know
out of
who's
the playoffs.
alive? The Steelers.
No, you're fucking not, dude. You just said your best part of your team is now on the downs. Like they're going further down and
Yeah.
getting worse.
But the worst part of our team is now on the ups. So suck it.
All right. If I was looking at anybody here, the Bills are 100% dead, to be honest with you. Even though they're at the 10th seed and they're in the hunt still, I don't see it, man. I don't see how these guys can pull anything out of their ass at this point. I do think also gosh, you have teams, I think like the Ravens, hell, even the Jags, like I get that the Browns are a solid team, but Ravens can't be losing that game. Seahawks beat them. And I'm not saying Seahawks are better than the
They had a
Ravens.
good lead on them. too.
Ravens fucking
That's the
beat our
shitty part.
ass. Ravens absolutely beat our ass, and you're telling me that the Browns beat them? You can't have that if you're going to be the 2 seed. Same thing with the Jags, though. Jags just got their ass handed to them by the 49ers. And, like, if you want to make it to the Super Bowl, that's probably going to be a team that's a really good possibility. That's a team that you could play in the Super Bowl. And you're losing by that much in that game, you can't have it. So, like, I think a little bit of it is not that they're dead, but I think they might have exposed themselves from how good or not really good they actually are.
Well,
in
also
some
it helps
ways.
when they have Trent Williams and Debo back in the lineup.
Correct, and we've talked about that before too. I know you were high on the fact that that's the only reason why Brock Purdy has had a bad week. I think the fact that if you
He had 2
literally
bad games.
if you need one guy and then you're left tackle and therefore you're all of a sudden
Well, that
a shitty
left tackle is
quarterback.
the best left tackle in football.
I
so.
get that. But I'm saying is you're telling me that he's that dependent on having more people to help him out. He's not that good of a quarterback.
He's covering his blind side. Like when you got
Why
a guy
I
that-
understand what the fucking left tackle position is supposed to do, but what I'm saying is you can't fucking be that dependent.
Well, you didn't know
on,
if he was left-handed or right-handed. You don't know that.
I do fucking see him throw a fucking football.
All right.
It's pretty easy to find
The
that
audience
shit out.
might not know that though.
God,
you
you are insufferable sometimes, dude. I can't take this shit.
Am I wrong though?
What about the audience not knowing what fucking hand Brock Purdy throws?
Some of them might not.
You're true. It's true. Everybody who's watching and wondering, man, what hand does Brock Purdy throw the football with? The correct answer is the right hand, which means his blind side is going to be to the left side. There we go. Glad we got that cleared up.
And if he doesn't have his left
Good job,
tackle,
Zach.
they lose games.
They lose games, and if he doesn't have
Well,
one of his 3 incredible
If he
weapons,
doesn't trust,
he's going to
if
lose
he doesn't
a
trust
game.
the backup, whoa! If he doesn't trust the backup, like
Don't tell me that. Gino's been playing on a fucking backup tackle the entire season so far.
and he's been halfway decent. What if this one isn't?
Didn't
What?
Phillip Rivers play with like 2 tight ends playing like left guard and right tackle?
Yeah, he
one year?
did.
Yeah, dog.
Antonio Gates might have subbed in at left tackle for a little bit.
Dog. I mean,
Philip Rivers
I
can
just-
have his own starting lineup with his kids now. So
I just,
Oh, right.
I just still think why that your argument that he needs Debo to win games is
I
bullshit.
didn't say
Because-
he needs Debo because obviously he almost got it done. His kicker
You-
missed a
you-
field goal
we were
against the
talking about
Browns.
this. Why is Brock pretty good or bad? And you're like, no, he just doesn't have his left tackle. He doesn't have another weapon
Who
on
are
his
key
team.
pieces in that offense?
Yes,
Am I
but
right?
you're telling me that you have Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Chris McCaffrey, and you
Well,
can't
George
get a
Kittle-
win. You can't
George
get a
Kittle
win.
did not play. He played last week, but not the week before that. So I mean, when you're missing 2 of your
Yikes.
star guys,
Zach's frozen.
yeah, he is frozen. I was gonna say, there's no way he's still looking at me like that.
No, he's
I
not.
am.
frozen.
I'm still fucking looking at you like that.
Oh, okay. Dude, that's stupid.
Fucking assholes, dude. I don't know, dude. I
Hey,
disagree with it.
this has changed a lot though. This coming week,
What's that?
I think. Well, I know at least the Steelers and Browns are going to change because they play.
It's true.
So
We play the
Someone's-
Rams. We'll play the
If we
49ers
lose-
here in a couple back-to-back weeks here coming up too. Play the Cowboys. So if the Seahawks win games, we could be making some moves, but I doubt it. Just straight up. I don't think we have it in us, but you never know.
My guess is if we lose, we drop down to the 7th seed and this whatever the fuck their name is, the Clowns will jump up to the 5 seed, but we're not going to lose.
Yeah, not
As simple as
now.
that. It's as simple as that.
I'm
Exactly.
not fucking losing.
Yeah. All right.
Hey.
Well, that's where we're sitting at right now, guys. I think for currently going into week 10, obviously something's going to be moving around here. Just to give you guys an update, though, obviously where everybody's sitting. Not bad. I think there's only a couple surprises for the most part, though. I think we're sitting pretty good. And hey, that actually brings us again to not necessarily a new segment. We've had this segment before, but we haven't had it for a little bit, and it's a little bit different than we've been used to do it. And that's our top all-time list. And this is actually going to be top 3 jerseys of all time. Top 3 jerseys of all time. And you guys are going to be seeing what jerseys we're talking about. I'll have a picture pop up here for you guys. But yeah, who wants to start off with our top 3 jerseys of all time? What's your top 3? Trey, you want to go? You're kind of the apparel aesthetic look.
These are gonna be the fucking bumblebees, like this is gonna be straight.
Steelers color rush, Steelers alternate,
Yeah.
and Steelers bumblebee.
You guys are on some fuck shit. All right.
It's,
right,
you're
go ahead,
always
Trey.
on fuck shit, so we're just
Trey, tell us, Mr. Jalen Warren himself. Tell us what your favorite top 3 jerseys are of all time, and that's of all time. It doesn't have to be right now. That is literally of all time NFL jerseys.
I know my 1 and 2. My 3, I'm gonna go. Probably gonna have to say little throwback Seahawks jersey.
Mhm.
From this year, this one over
Mr.
here.
DK back there, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
sweet. I'd throw those in there, mine too. That's number 3.
Number 2, the Oilers uniforms.
Okay. Are we talking like the OG ones or like the throwbacks from this year?
No, the OG one.
They're slightly different. They're slightly different, I think, but they're practically the same thing.
The Oiler concept.
Yeah. Just the Oilers.
Number 1, I just think this jersey's so hot. And it's the creamsicles.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tampa Bay creamsicles.
Very popular, I think, amongst a lot of people. I think
It was-
a lot of people's number ones. in
The
general.
Oilers and the creamsicle ones, it's tough. It's tough.
That is tough.
But I think I'm leaning towards the creamsicles.
Yeah.
It's the white helmets, the fucking white face mask or
Just
orange
the
face mask, whatever.
OG logo, I think, is super cool. Like the actual like Buccaneer,
They just
whatever
go
it is, like, it looks really good. Yeah, I think it's a lot better than like their current branding of like the big ship and everything. I think it is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the
I
OG
think
like logo.
What sells me, I don't like the red on the Oilers. I love the powder blue, whatever the hell it is, but
You don't like the
hint of
red?
It just throws it off for me.
Oh, I kind of like that. To be honest with you, I kind of like the hint of red on it.
It's not for me. I don't think it goes with that powder blue the best.
Yeah, I see it though.
That's-
I see it. All right, Spence, what's your top 3?
All right, so these are known for like one of the ugliest jerseys, but I do not think that they are that ugly. And I'm gonna go with the Jags when they had the all gold jerseys and then the
Yes.
little black right here. And they
Okay.
had
Blue
the gold,
tongue.
the gold in the back with like the black.
Oh, like
helmet
the
up front.
half and half black
Yeah.
and gold.
Yeah,
map.
I think
Okay.
they're rated one of the worst jerseys ever, but I think they're so
Okay.
cool. I think they're so
They
dope.
They're
not.
different. They're very
They're not.
different. I will say that.
They're
I'm not going to say they're one of my
I think it's
favorites,
a sweet look.
but I appreciate how different it is because you never see that.
Mm-hmm.
Never see that kind of combo like they have.
And then I'm gonna go number 2. I'm gonna go with the Titans Oilers because it's just more eye appealing. I think
like
so.
the new throwbacks from this year.
Yeah, the retro ones are more of that time. It kind of gives you that vibe, but the new ones, it just looks so clean that you can all the like the visors and all that stuff with it. It just looks so much better. And then my number 1, it's probably a huge number 1 across NFL, is the Bengals whites.
Ooh,
The white helmet with the black stripes, and then the white jersey with the white, and it's a little bit of
the
that.
white
Kelly Greens?
toiga. The white toiga.
And the orange Nike symbol, and then like my honorable
no
mention.
Kelly Greens for you?
What's that?
No Kelly Greens for you?
No, I was gonna do an honorable mention. If that's okay.
I haven't gone yet. All right.
Honorable mention. Hey,
I don't mention for him.
No, Trey.
Calm
He's
down.
just giving out. Look.
I really like the Baltimore Ravens color rush, like 2016 color rush.
Those are nice.
That's my number 2. The all blacks.
Oh, the all
The
black.
purple
The
ones.
all
I thought
black.
they had all purple ones.
All
No,
purples.
the all
purple?
black.
All purples and the yellow, with the gold numbers, aren't they?
Gross.
I like those.
All right. I like him, Spence.
Oh,
I
where
like
are the
them.
pictures?
Yeah. Wyatt, what are yours
My
then?
my
What are your
honorable
top
mention is the Bumblebee.
There it is. There it is.
Honorable. All right, I got 2 honorable mentions. One, the Red Patriots
Ooh, that's a good one.
with
That's a good one.
with the guy, the actual. I guess he is
Patriot.
a Patriot.
Go
Holding the
back to our,
football.
Going back to our Patriots insider Bergs over there, he thinks that those should be their new full-time like
It should be.
Dude, I
That,
like
that,
those.
that should be their full-time jerseys, not just
With
their
their
throwbacks.
white helmets, white face masks.
Mhm.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Any jersey with a white face mask is open.
It's clean. It's just clean.
So
That's what I think about
Top
Chiefs.
tier.
Chiefs have the nicest helmets, the red and the all white thick face masks. So
It's
fucking
top tier.
clean.
The Bills white face mask, top tier.
So good.
And then I got the Washington Redskins, the arrow. When we had the broken arrow, a little darker red.
Oh, like the maroon
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, like it was an
What?
actual sick
Like the
look.
Seminoles gold
Yes.
helmet.
Yes.
What time frame was that, Wyatt? Was that,
That-
like
that
2000
had to
or
be-
when was that?
No, that was about the 80s when we were wearing
Oh,
those.
so it was like a while ago.
Oh, you mean
yeah,
you mean
but
those
like
ones.
but we also brought him back a couple times, and it was just always a sweet look.
Every time I see him now, I think of RG3.
Well,
With the-
you're thinking
with
of the
the-
gold one.
Yeah, the newest one. with
The gold with the R, that also used to be one of ours. That's
Oh,
a
yeah, I
sweet
guess,
look
yeah.
because RG3 wore that one.
with the pink,
Um,
dude. The pink on RG3 is
Yeah.
is so clean.
Iconic,
Dude, that 2012 year still lays in my heart.
Oh,
I hold that deer. That's
Like
about
these
as good a
ones?
memory as I got. Yes, those
Those are
ones.
fire. Those are fake.
Those are sweet. I've always loved those jerseys. And then so obviously number 3 is the why did I just have a blank there? Trey, who was your number 3?
My number 3, I said the Seahawks. I had
Yes,
Seahawks, Oilers.
yes. And then number 2, obviously the blackout Ravens look. I mean, that's probably the coolest look in the NFL, to be honest with you, because they pull it off
You
like
think of
every primetime game.
blacked out Ravens just in general now, or like back in like
No,
2012,
now.
like Jacoby Jones returning a touchdown.
Well,
for
those are
kickoff.
also very gas. I
Yeah,
also
those are
love
nice.
those jerseys.
Those are nice.
Just any Ravens blacked out is just a sweet look.
Ravens
number
have
1.
very good colors to scheme with.
Yeah,
Ravens-
they're pretty sweet.
Ravens do have a really solid like black colorway going for them. I really like how like the black looks really good with their stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously I got the Kelly Greens. I actually like the old Eagles logo. Like it was just a sweet white little outline, and it was just very clean.
Very good.
Picasso.
Very good. Very
Mhm.
good.
Cool, nice. Well, honestly, guys, this turned out better than I thought it could be because all of us have something different, which I think is really cool.
Sweet.
So my top 3, I probably could. I'll have an honorable mention too. To be honest with you guys, might be a shocker. Honorable mention for me. It's not in my top 3 right now. I know.
What you got
shocking.
do you got the gold ones in there then?
Gold
Or not
what?
the gold, the silver ones? Like the
Seahawks
old
jerseys?
silver? Yeah.
No. I don't even have a
Silver
Seahawks
bullets?
jersey top 3. I don't even have a
Ooh.
Seahawks jersey top 3. I could. I would
Really?
say another one of mine honorable mention. I think
All
would be
greens?
the all greens.
Yeah,
Love it.
bro.
Iconic.
No,
Dude,
those are
it-
sick.
the all greens. I would say
With the silver helmet.
It gets gross.
Ooh.
Yes, it gets gross. What I like though, I think looks really clean is the action green, lime green jersey with like her navy blue pants. Oh, that's a clean combo,
Oh, he just nutted.
dude.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Well, those are my 2 honorable mentions. Number 3, this might come as a surprise, but I think they're pretty fucking clean in my opinion. The throwback Packers, the all greens, and then the yellow helmets. I think that looks clean.
I
It's
also like that look.
It's super basic, but
Mhm.
I like the looks of it. I honestly do. I like the looks of it.
Oh, fuck. I just remembered one that I like.
Yeah, I did too.
That's my opinion. I like
Go ahead,
that.
Zach. We'll let Zach finish it. Then we
Number
got 2 good
2,
ones.
I like the current new Tennessee Oilers. I think that's by far one of the cleanest ones out there.
And they said they can't use it anymore. That's the part that
That's
sucks.
that's the part that's bullshit. Well, is it them or is it like this? Like the city of Houston can't use like for college?
No, they can't use Titans can't use it anymore.
I thought they can though. I thought they said that Houston, like the college.
Yeah,
Houston
no.
can't
It was
use
Houston. It was Houston. They cannot use that anymore
Like University
really?
of Houston can't
Mhm.
use the Oilers colorway
Because
they had an Oilers
Tennessee-
colorway.
because Tennessee owns that colorway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of shitty. The fact that there's like that
Is that
colorway
Houston Uni?
used to be a
Oh,
team from the Houston
So
Oilers
gas.
at the time. Like, yeah. But I like the new color, the new throwback to the Tennessee Titans released this year. So clean. I mean, I wanted to say the Seahawks had the best ones, but I don't think I can because the Kelly Greens and also the Oilers were up there. Just like shit. I really do like the Seahawks. Don't get me wrong. Like super, super clean. I think they had a lot of teams that nailed it on the throwback jersey this year. But my number 1, which I'm surprised none of you even mentioned, fucking Miami Dolphins throwbacks.
Dude, the old logo
Those are
is so
so-
sick.
those Miami Dolphin throwbacks, dude, the all whites and like the teal and the orange.
Yeah,
Such a clean jersey, dude. It's got
it
to be
was.
fun.
I was thinking about putting them up there, Zach, but I was like, dude, there's too many other
I
good
think
ones
those are
out there.
way too good.
Jersey we forgot about? The Falcons. Black ones.
30 birds.
I
Yeah.
kind of like that.
I prefer almost the red ones.
I kind of like the Texans. Just in general, the Texans just have a clean uni.
Texans
Just
have
to
one of
me.
the most boring like mid.
The
I was just gonna
Reds,
say, are
the
we
Reds,
really,
the red. No, the
blowing the
red
Texans again already?
helmet.
The red ones are better. The red helmets and
The
stuff
red
are better,
helmet,
but
a
the
red
normal
jersey,
like navy
or
and shit.
The
Those
Giants, the Giants ones, throwback ones.
are boring. The
The
Giants
throwback
throwbacks are
Giants,
good.
I can deal
Yeah.
with.
Those are good. But yeah. Hey, we just threw up a ton of different jerseys at you too, guys. But
Broncos.
That's what I was gonna say.
The blue helmets.
oh yeah,
I
I was
Didn't
gonna
they
say
have-
that, but I was letting you finish. I was like, I can throw it in there, but the Broncos have it's so.
What do you guys
the
think
orange
about
just
the-
pops like flames.
yeah. What do you think about the Cardinals all black? Not
Cardinals
with the
are-
black helmet, but with the white helmet though.
they look,
Dude,
I
talk
like the
about it.
white helmets more.
They could have
hate-
fucking.
people hate the Arizona Cardinals' new uniforms.
I
don't
think they look
mind them.
horrible.
I
It's
hate
a
that they don't
smaller
have a
Cardinal.
white face mask. They
Really?
have a gray face mask. They have that all white helmet with a gray
Hmm.
face mask.
Yeah, that is
What
weird.
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The Bears all
Wait.
orange too.
Those are
Those are yes.
those are our top three jerseys of all time. Each of us guys. Let us know in the comments below, though, guys, if you or what you think your top jerseys are. I think,
And if you own one, let us know. If
yeah,
you own one of those.
I got one. Honorable mention and a
Yeah.
couple top threes up here on my wall. About to get one of my other honorable mentions going up here too. Got my Bobby Wagner all green jersey coming in this week too. Excited about that. But yeah, let us know your top threes in the comments below. And that brings us to our final segment, guys. Our final piece, which is always our pick'ems for this next upcoming week of the NFL. Last week was a rough one for I think quite a few of us. Not the best. I don't think any of us got over 10
Speak for
correct.
yourself, buddy.
What'd you say? You only got 4 right,
Speak for
Spence?
yourself.
4 right. Ooh, rough one for Spence there. Spence got 4 right. I only got 7 correct, and then I think Trey and Wyatt tied at 9 correct. So all of us got below 10. Not a great week from us
Trey
there.
above 500? Hell yeah.
Yeah, overall right now, according to this, and we're still trying to figure out where Spence is at total. Wyatt,
76.
Oh, I thought you only had 76. You said 71 3 weeks ago.
Oh wait. 75.
you told-
75.
you
Wait, 4 plus 71. Right?
I don't know.
Wait, I'm
dude.
so
That's
confused.
the part we're talking about. So we don't know where everybody's at. According to the app, Wyatt's in first place at 71 correct. I'm at 70. Trey's at 65, but he also just didn't pick for a week, so Trey's an idiot.
No, total I'm
And-
at 76.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll still figure it out. But here we go. Let's go into this week's. We have 14 games this weekend to go through, starting off with tomorrow's game. Bengals versus Ravens. Should be a pretty good game. We'll see what the Bengals can produce. My opinion, it's in Baltimore. I got to go Ravens on this one, though. I think they're going to get it done. I know it's a divisional game. It's going to be a tough way. It's kind of a toss-up, but I'm going to go Ravens. I think they bounce back.
I'm going Bengals.
Wow. Did you, a Steelers fan, just pick the Bengals over the Ravens?
Yeah.
I think the Steelers have a bigger rivalry with the Ravens than they do
I
the.
fucking hate the Ravens.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah.
I think they're my second hated team. I hate the Browns the most.
Which makes no sense because they're such an irrelevant team for the last like 25
Yeah,
30 years.
exactly. And I hate that people think they're good when they're not. 'Cause they're shit. The Browns are the fucking Browns.
Say about the Steelers too.
Yeah, well, that's why we win the division most of the time.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I'm
Ravens.
taking the Baltimore.
What about you, Trey? Or
Dude, fucking
Spence. I'm sorry,
Bungles.
Spence.
Ravens.
Okay. 3 Raven, 1 Bengal.
Wyatt and I can't say the Baltimore color scheme and then just not take them.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. Yeah, because you know damn well they're wearing their all blacks too.
Yeah. Also Thursday night, it's time to show off. Well, we got to bring back Thursday night color rush, don't we? I feel like we need to. We need to make it a thing where if you play on Thursday night, you have to wear your coolest jersey.
Well, I think it's because Amazon's now doing shit, so like the NFL doesn't want to showcase it as much.
That's true, I guess. Not
But
everybody.
there's
has
nothing.
it.
But like, look at the games that they usually get.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, why
This
not
should be
have
a
people
pretty good
watch?
game.
I know.
Shut up, Trey. God, you're such
Next
a
one
lazy-
is Cardinals
Fuck
versus
you.
Texans in Houston. I'm gonna go Texans on this one. They're hot right now.
I'm going Kyler.
Yeah, they
Psych.
Cardinals barely squeaked out a win last week. I
I'm
mean,
going
Kyler
Texans.
didn't look great, so I'm going Texans.
Is that a clean sweep, or Zach, are you taking the Cardinals?
No, I'm taking Texans.
Okay. Yeah, clean sweep.
No, Trey picked the Cardinals.
You picked
No,
the Cardinals?
He said
Joking.
psych.
Good sight.
He said psych.
No, he was serious. All right, next one is Lions versus Bears. I'm going Lions. I think Lions are gonna
Oh
fucking
my.
beat the shit out of them. Lions and Bears.
Trap
and-
game.
Trap
For who?
game.
The Bears? Because the Bears are winning right now.
Fucking
No,
Tyson
fucking-
Bagent going out there getting the
Bagent.
fucking run. So what do you guys got? Lions. Okay. Cowboys versus Panthers. It's in Carolina. I gotta go Cowboys, but it wouldn't be the Cowboys. It would be the Cowboys to lose to the worst team in the NFL. Statistically,
Whoa, not worst team.
I know, but they're on paper the worst team just because they have.
I just don't think that O line's going to handle that D line. That's going to be the second factor of the game.
Derek
I
Brown's
agree
good,
with you. It should, but the problem is the Cowboys love to play down their competition.
Yeah, I've seen dumber shit from them. So
Yeah, so like they
They
lost.
just
To,
took shit on the
they lost
Cardinals.
to the they lost to the Cardinals too. They're one of the Cardinals' 2 wins. This
Josh Dobbs, that man.
It's true. They don't have Josh Dobbs anymore. I'm going
Stop
Cowboys
thinking
though.
name, please.
Yeah, I'm taking Cowboys.
Okay. Chargers versus Packers. This one might be a toss-up, to be honest with
I'm
you.
going Chargers.
I'm
want
going
to
Chargers
go.
as well.
I'm going to go Chargers too.
Give me the Bolts.
We're all picking Chargers, but I would not be surprised if the Packers win that game somehow, just because Chargers are such an inconsistent team too. Raiders versus Dolphins. I honestly could see Raiders somehow doing this with Antonio Pierce as their quarterback or as their head coach now over the Dolphins. I don't know if I can do that though.
I'm gonna pick it.
Problem. You're gonna go Raiders?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
me the
I'm taking the Dolphins.
I feel like every time I pick the Dolphins, though, they seem to disappoint me. I don't know why. But here we go. New York Giants versus Commanders. I think Commanders fucking wiped the floor with the Giants. Dude.
Yeah, we need revenge.
Unless you guys play down to their level, the Giants.
Yeah,
are not a good
it's a
team.
revenge game. We're at home now.
Hoping
Yeah,
so,
dog.
man. Hoping so.
I'm
Give me
pissed.
next game is Browns versus Steelers. Give me the fucking Browns. Fuck you.
Give me the
Aight.
Browns.
All right,
I'm also taking the Browns.
y'all fucking see.
We'll see what
So
happens.
So we're
Hey,
clean
hey,
sweep with
hey!
the Browns?
If we beat the Browns, do you respect us finally?
No,
Nope.
because they don't have Deshaun Watson.
There it is.
All right.
Nope, it's not even that.
Titans.
It's just, you suck.
Titans
And
versus
PJ Walker's a dog.
It's going to be
You want
DTR, I
Raiders
think.
started?
Titans versus Jaguars. I'm going to go Jags on this one. I think Jags are going to get the win, even though they lost last week.
Yeah, bounce
uh,
back.
Pretty bad. It's in home. Jacksonville's. Even though we've talked about how Jacksonville, you always lose in Jacksonville, it's been the opposite. People only beat the Jags in Jacksonville, so they never know. But I'm going to go Jags in this one.
Yep.
49ers and Buccaneers. I think 49ers are going to fucking beat the shit out of the Bucs this weekend. We'll see what happens, though. Never know.
Yep.
I have to go Jets because I refuse to vote
I was
with the
literally
Bills.
just gonna say this is the problem with the Bills. They look like this, but then they play teams that are looking just as bad as them. So
I'm
I
taking
don't
the
know who the
Bills.
fuck to pick.
I know. I'm going Jets. I can't do the Bills anymore.
I'm going Bills.
Bills. Me and Trey riding.
I'm going Bills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I get the win on this one, don't get mad at me because I
Uh.
guarantee the Jets will fucking win somehow. Even though they have no reason doing so. No reason at all they should be winning that game.
Ooh.
Seahawks versus Rams. I'm going Seahawks, but it's going to be a fucking tough game. I know it's going to already, so I'm not looking forward to it. I hate Rams weeks because it's literally one of the hardest games of our season, no matter how good or bad the season is, or how good or bad the team is.
The
If
last two games are
Stafford
kinda
plays,
nice.
What's that?
The
if,
last two
if,
games are nice.
Yeah.
if Stafford plays, give me the Hawks.
Hawks.
That's my Seahawks.
All right. Hawks, sweet. We'll see what happens. Vikings versus Broncos. That'll be a good matchup.
Give me
man.
Denver.
I think I want to go Denver too. Because I think Russell Wilson's playing really well, man.
Everyone
And the
Vikes.
defense is now
I
playing.
think Jay
good
Jetta's
as well.
supposed to be back, ain't he?
Yeah, but their
Don't-
defense
don't
is not
matter.
going to be able to hold up against Broncos offense, in my opinion.
I'm going
I agree.
Vikes.
That's fine.
Never know.
I
And
believe in
lastly,
Josh
a game of the fucking century here. Eagles versus Chiefs, 1 seed versus 1 seed. Give me the Eagles. I know it's in Arrowhead. I'm sure Taylor Swift will be in attendance.
But we taking the over or under on how many times they show her on camera?
Too many.
Low key, guys. Low key. High key, actually, to be honest with you. We should watch this. We should stream this game. We should stream this game ourselves.
Monday?
Watch it on Monday and do like a drinking game with it because I know we're probably going to. I'm serious. Think about it. Because they also had a new thing on like New Heights, the Kelsey podcast. First of all, Travis finally talked about Taylor Swift like openly about them kind of being together is one thing. But also they talked about how they're going to release like a New Heights drinking game. So every time they have Jason Kelsey on camera, every time they talk about the podcast in general, every time Taylor Swift is mentioned or shown on the camera, it's a drink or a shot or whatever. It could be kind of fun. Thoughts? Let us know in the comments if we should do that. Let me know if that's the case.
What's
what
the
you guys
score?
think? I'm thinking 43. I don't know why, but
Dude,
43.
why do you always pick? I was literally, if you were gonna say 42, I was gonna be like, all right, I'm taking 43.
Well, I said
Literally-
40.
I go 50.
I said it
Literally
before you.
take 43 this week.
That's 2 weeks in a row that I've said it
Whoa.
before you.
I know, and it's so funny that literally, you're like, I'm like, okay, he's gonna say 42 again just to troll me, and you go 43. I'm like, no fucking way, he's saying the same shit I am.
No, dude,
I'll
that's-
take 42
I said
this week.
50.
That's what I did.
It could be a high-scoring game. I could see this thing just being a fucking shootout, to be honest.
I
Even though they
Very
both
good
have
defense.
25, 20.
They both have pretty good defenses. I could see it just being a shootout, though. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are our picks, guys, for this upcoming week, Week 10. Let us know again in the
Who'd you
comments.
pick? Wait, who'd you guys pick?
I picked
Chiefs.
I picked Eagles.
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 I'm a Chiefs believer.
So every time, so Trey and I are on a team versus you two. We'll do that scheme. We'll do like you two on a team versus us on a team, and we'll do like that.
How so?
We can
Okay.
think about it more, but we'll explain it on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let
Just
us
Just the deets.
let us know.
We
in
got
the comments.
AJ Brown.
Let us know in the
anyway.
comments below if you even want to watch, because we'll essentially, I think, just live stream it if you wanted to on YouTube of us watching the game. Obviously, won't be able to show the game, but you can at least watch us watch the game, if that makes
React.
sense.
Yeah,
React
live
to the game, I
reaction.
should say. But let us know in the comments below if you guys want to see that. Let us know also, again, what your top 3 or just top best favorite jersey in the NFL is of all time. Doesn't have to be just from this season or anything like that. But yeah,
Down there.
thank you for all the love you guys have been showing us, guys. I think that's a show. You guys got anything to end the pod here for this week?
I'm kind of happy
I'm
with the
excited-
bye week, so
I'm
I can
ex-
actually live my life.
It's true. You can do
I'm
something.
excited for this week, though.
There's some good games.
There's
There
some
should be
real
some very
good
good
games
games. Like I said, Seahawks, we have a rivalry week, so I'm going to be stressed out at 3:25 in the afternoon. But overall, I mean, there should be a lot of games to be able to watch and stuff.
I think we all got division games.
he's got
except for
Spence's
Spence,
got to buy, but everybody
But
Actually-
us three, though.
Actually, our division rival has a bye too, so they might be beefing. Who knows? We might be beefing.
they're scrimmaging.
Yeah,
They're scrimmaging. But hey, guys, that's I think all we got for this week. Appreciate you guys all watching again. Let us know again what you guys want to see going into next week. Let us know what your favorite jersey is. Show some love on the TikTok. We got some trying to do more consistent posting on the TikTok. Go give that
Hit that follow button too, by the way.
hit
Don't
that
just
follow
watch the
button
video.
as well.
Follow.
Yeah, don't be
Or
just
I'll
a
find
watcher.
you.
All right. Well, hey guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and we'll see you guys all later.